led up to the turn. I mean, it was brutal in which the way it happened. It was after a grueling ladder match for the tag titles, and they wind up losing anyway. Then with Gargano beating Ciampa at the Cruiserweight Classic, that adds fuel to the fire. Like, there's a lot of it that goes into that turn, and it was perfect. I mean, it was perfect how it was executed. The timing was good too, but yeah, that was one that was more recent. And okay, you kind of knew what they were trying to do with the Enzo and Cass split up. It sucks for Enzo, I guess, but they're going to do what they want to do. And it's a shame that before they broke up, they never won any tag team gold. Whether it was in NXT, where they probably should have, whether it was on Raw, where you could have made the case to maybe they should have. So that's quite the shame too. I'm trying to think of any other good heel turns off the top of my head. The Undertaker on Jim Ross. I remember he's coming in and he's like, oh, well, you know, I'm going to kick this guy's ass and, you know, I got to ask you a question. And he goes to Jim Ross and he's like, are you disrespecting me? Then that was when the whole I'll make you... That was before, it was after the I'll make you famous bit. But it was... But yeah, then he kicked the crap out of Jim Ross too. Poor bastard. He was getting beaten up by everybody in wrestling at that time. Let me see if there's any other ones I could possibly think of off the top of my head. I can't say that I can think of any. Yeah, I can't really think of too many others off the top of my head. Again, this was just a spur of the moment topic in which I figured, okay, well, this would be a good topic to talk about for a little bit. There was the Steiner brother heel turn, I believe, when Scott joined the NWO. There's that. Then obviously the famous Hogan Bash at the Beach incident with the NWO and Shawn Michaels barbershop incident. Duh. Oh God, there have been so many over the course of the years. It's hard for me to think of any more than what I just thought of. But either way, I mean, if you have anything that you want to add to it, you can always follow me over on Twitter at Calypso426. Chat it up. I always love talking wrestling with people. So, what were your favorite heel turns in wrestling? Man, alive, I can't really. I mean, if you want to go even further, to independence, Bill Ferrara turning on Cheeseburger over the Ring of Honor. That's another one. Not as devastating, but it still happened, and it's still sad. Even though I know Will, and he's a friend of mine, and hey, he had to do what he had to do, right? There was one with DX too, where Triple H turned on the group and joined the corporation, I believe. Did he? There was a turn where somebody had left DX, and I think it was Triple H. I just can't remember the situation. I can't remember that right now. Oh, then there's the Triple H heel. Triple H. There's the Triple H heel turn when they teased the idea of bringing DX back, which then set up a long feud between them. That was one. I guess the turn to help Orton go babyface after he wins his first world championship at SummerSlam 2004. Oh god, there's just so many. There's so many. Sometimes the face turns are even just more epic, but we'll get into that in another show. So, with that being said, I'm pretty much exhausted of what I really kind of wanted to talk about today. Again, thank you so much to everybody who's listening. We are on iHeartRadio as well. You can go search Open Mic Wrestling Night on iHeartRadio. Will come up under podcasts. Hit that follow button, and we'll be available on your iHeartRadio. You can also listen to us on Google Play, iTunes, Stitcher, Player FM, TuneIn Radio. Obviously, listen to us on Spreaker.com/filling Spreaker.com/filling_the_void. Okay. And also keep in mind, I'll be back next Thursday. I won't be hosting the tag team, the singles top 10 on Tuesday. I'll be returning with that on July 11th. So, thank you all again for the support. Thank you all again for tuning in to this edition of Open Mic Wrestling Night here on Filling the Void Podcast Network. Tune in next week. Go out and support your local independent wrestling this weekend or this week. It's always very important to do. You never know when the next star is going to be right there in front of you. And you could say, hey, I discovered that guy. Or, hey, I saw him before he became this guy. Or, I saw her before she became this woman. So, it's always good. Plus, I like independence anyway. It's a more intimate experience. So, go out, do that. Support your local wrestling. Support the wrestlers. Buy their shit. And have a happy and safe 4th of July weekend, everybody. And have a happy, safe 4th of July. Don't drink and drive. Don't be stupid. I want to be able to have you have a chance to come listen to my show. And, go home to your family safe. They need you. They're always very important. Tomorrow's never guaranteed, people. Alright, enough of me babbling on. Next Thursday, I'll be back. Indie Power Ranking Singles Top 10, I'll be back with that on July 11th. You can also tune into the Tag Team Top 5 this upcoming Wednesday as well, with new host Travis. See you all next week, everybody. Have a good night and have a happy and safe 4th of July weekend.